Hey, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some new exciting things that you can do within Starfield. We are first going to talk about a great way to stack your items, and not only that, I'm also going to be showing you how to bring some of those Starborn powers or effects from the ship onto any ship. For example, in this first clip, you're going to see a different thrust animation. Then in this next one, you're going to see that invisibility effect that you typically would see on a Starborn ship. And then last but not least, I will be answering a question that was asked yesterday about a previous glitch. So with that being said, let's talk about the stacked item glitch. First, we need to locate Alpha Centauri, which can be found obviously over here next to the Sol system. But I'm sure you guys already know about this because it's introduced to you right at the start of the game. But I feel like it helps to just kind of give you the idea of where we're traveling to. Once you have landed, you can see the ship on the left side here, but I'm right next to the UC security. I'm going to then press forward, go past the fountain here, and then you should see this elevator that's tucked in the left side. We want to travel over here. If you guys are familiar with this elevator, then you probably have seen my previous videos about going to this location and going underneath the map and picking up all the chests. Well, they have patched that. But we're not going to be going out of the map or out of the boundaries or anything like that. What we need to do is make sure that we have changed our difficulty to very hard. Note that you do not need to change your difficulty if you do not want to. The stacking glitch will work regardless. The whole idea of doing this is just to help increase the chances of a legendary popping up, and that's why we have changed our difficulty. So now with that to the side, what you can tell right here, inside this building, there's going to be various helmets, as well as weapon racks and weapon chests. You can actually observe each one. What you can see is that there's really nothing going on here. There's no glitch, there's no bugs, there's no nada. What am I talking about when it comes down to stacking? What you're going to notice here is that I'm going to leave Jemison and travel over towards the Sol system and travel towards Venus, which can be found on the bottom right. You might be wondering, why am I doing this? Is there really any benefit to this? Well, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be resting on the planet. There's 3 different ways we can do this. We can rest on the planet within our ship. We can rest at an outpost on the planet. Or third, we can actually just rest at Jemison. But the only real reason why I'm doing this at Venus is because it makes things go by way faster. And I feel like when I do reset over at Jemison, it does not reset every single time. And this is what we really need. What I'll be doing personally is waiting at Venus for 6 hours. Again, if you would like to, you can wait up in orbit at Jemison for the amount of time that it does take to reset. Personally, again, I'm just choosing Venus to make sure that everything does reset correctly. I can then head over back towards Jemison, land at the exact same spot, travel back towards the well elevator, take that all the way down, and then go towards the right side. When you do go back inside, you're going to see a few things. You're going to see both the weapon rack and the weapons and the helmets have stacked. When you do observe it, it's going to seem like it has not, and what I mean by that is if you look directly at the helmet, it's going to show one item. But if you look in between it, it's going to show multiple items. Now, you might be wondering, what's the real reason to do this? Like, what's the purpose? Is there any benefits to this? Well, when it comes down to farming those legendaries, this might be a great way to do it in an alternative method. This does not require any material. All it does is require some of your time and to shift back and forth from the well and then back towards Venus or really anywhere that you're resting at. Let's bring up the question, how many times can you stack weapons, helmets, and all that? You can do this as much as you like. If you want to stack 10 helmets in one case, do it. And then each time you come back, it will be a different item. So if you happen to come across a legendary weapon, armor, or whatever the case may be, even ammo, something that you want to collect, how can you do this? It's quite simple. There's a few things that you can do. You can obviously crouch and then grab the items, yet you want to be mindful of the detection that's at the top there. Or there's the other option where you can use the manipulative perk. And there's also technically another option where you just grab all these items and then when you do get caught, you pay the fine, go to jail, and then turn 180 degrees in Jemison and you should see the loot box that's going to be locked. Unlock it, and then when you do go to jail each time, it's going to be unlocked automatically. So definitely try that one out. This does not just work at that location. If you want, you can head towards the UC tower choose the second option here, which is going to be defense research. Go inside, take a left, and then when you're inside, you're going to see all of these weapon cases. And you can actually do the same exact method where you're going to see all of the items stack on top of each other. I would like to give a huge shout out to Daddy Rex, which is over there on the Discord. Thank you so much for sharing this information with me. And if you guys would like to, you can feel free to join the Discord and we can talk about all sorts of glitches. Next, let's talk about how you can give your ship the same effects as a Starborn ship. What you want to do is locate a ship vendor somewhere nearby, and you want to have, possibly, you can do this with a ship that you cannot pilot. For example, right here says, your piloting skill is too low. This is okay. What we can do is then choose the second option, and we're going to then click LB and X, and this is going to replace the Starborn Guardian ship. What will happen is, for some reason, it's going to give us that same effect when we thrust. So what I'm going to do here is click LB and X, change the color in a piece, and what will happen is it will duplicate that ship. But now you're going to be able to pilot a ship that you're not supposed to. And on top of that, you're going to have the Starborn effect. Pretty cool, and it actually looks pretty awesome. Let me know down below if this is something that you're absolutely going to try, or if there's something else that you may have a question on. And last but not least, I'm going to answer a question. Someone asks, will the Jetpack floating glitch stop you from, losing some of your oxygen, right, if you're overfilled? And I will say that it's not possible. And I'll show some proof right here. I have a bunch of masks, and what I'm going to do is have 2 jetpacks and grav dash. Which you can do, for those that are not aware, you can use your jetpack, then dash, open up the menu so that you can change your items, and then change the jetpack. You do not need to click the actual pause button like you will see here soon. You just need to go towards your inventory. I, for some reason, just ended up clicking on it, so don't do that. Just click the inventory button and swap out your backpack. What you will notice when you have exit out of this menu is that you're going to be floating, yet your oxygen is going to be depleted still. So it does not stop that. Just had to answer that one for whoever asked it. But yeah, thank you so much for asking that question. If I had it, I would have posted on there. I just cannot find it. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone, including Daddy Rex, that left a great glitch there for me to share with you all. And I hope that you all have a great day out there. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will be replying back within the first hour or two. And if you have anything that you would like to share, join our Discord because it's absolutely free. You can share a bunch of information, talk about a bunch of glitches. It's really up to you. Other than that, thank you guys so much again for the support, and I'll see you all on the next video.